How's it going, everyone? We're here to check out everything that is here for the Halloween update. That's right, we've got it, and there is quite a few things. We've got some new stuff, some community skins, some new items from Face Punch, and we also have some old returning items. So, first up, we've got a burlap head wrap for you. This one will run you 99 cents and is the wrapped brain. So there you go, there's that, and let's go ahead and take a big old look at that brain. All squishy and awesome looking. Definitely a cool one. Next up, we've got a high qual set for you. This will also run you only 99 cents each, so just under $2 to grab the set, and this is the Dead Pumpkin set. And so as you can see, there's like parts of a ribcage coming through, but also these weird like, I don't know, spiky things coming out everywhere. Pretty crazy looking. Then if we head on over to the side of the head, you can see there's like, I don't know what those are, eyes or something. And then you've got this half human, half pumpkin monster kind of skull thing going on, which is just really cool. Looks like it's all like mid-morph and so forth. Definitely a nice looking high qual set. Alright, so let's jump into the items and how they work. So the number one question I always get about these items is, if I buy these, can I only use them once, or can I only use them during Halloween? Once you've bought them, you can use them whenever you want in-game, and they are not limited to Halloween, and they are not limited to so many uses. You can use them as many times as you want, as long as you have the crafting materials. So that's why we're standing here like this. So if we go ahead, oh, wrong button, hit crafting, and we go ahead and bring up the spikes, you'll see here they're going to cost you 150 wood and 1 human skull, and there are 3 versions. There is the default, the candles, and the pumpkin. So as you'll see here, here's the wrong button there, here's the pumpkin one, the candles, and the candles actually light automatically at night and turn back off during the day, which is really cool. So we'll show that to you shortly. And of course the default skull spike right here. And yeah, these guys will run you $2.99. So basically $1 a spike, not too bad. Next returning item over here is going to be the skull trophies. These function in a couple of different ways. They are one of the more pricier items. They're going to be $8.99, but you get 4 different versions. There's the skull kind of on a stick, then there's the nipple cover, the non-nipple cover, and then up on a pedestal. And the way these work is they display the name of the skull of the person that you put in there. Also, if you're an admin, you can spawn in specific skulls with a command, which is just create skull and then space the name. So that's how I got these little ones here. Definitely a nice little addition. And at night, the eyes in the skulls actually glow, which is quite cool. So we'll be sure to show that when we kill the lights and show the rest of that stuff. And yeah, definitely just a nice thing to grab right now while it is returning, because this one's price does tend to skyrocket up. Next over here, we've got the candle set. These are returning once again this year for $3.99. You get the large candle and the small candle. Do keep in mind the candles do eventually burn out, so they will require to be replaced. So if you are around them and they're on and it's daytime, turn them off. That will preserve how long they last. And yeah, they just have a nice little candly glow, which we'll be sure to come back to here at night. Oh, and we kind of didn't show the crafting recipes for these, so let's go ahead back to the skull trophy, which is going to be 100 wood, 25 metal frags. As you can see, those are all the different types. And then we also now have the candles, so you'll see the large candles are 20 animal fat, 10 cloth, and the small candle is 10 and 5, respectively. Next, we've got some more returning old favorites. We've got the strobe light, and do keep in mind if you do have problems with like flashing lights and stuff like that, be very careful with it. I will be showing this once we turn the light off, so do keep that in mind, guys. I'll give another warning once we get to it. But you'll see it has several options here. There's a 10 hertz, 20 hertz, and a 40 hertz, or just on and off. And yeah, that's kind of about it. The strobe light's been around for quite a while. It's one of the first Halloween items released. And yeah, it seems to be holding its $4.99 price. Next over here, we've got the Fogger 3000. This one is another original Halloween item, and it does have several different options. One of which I forgot, you do need to have actual fuel for this thing to go. You can hold up to 500. Once you've got fuel in there, you can hold it, and you've got a couple options. You can manually activate it or set it to motion. And then you can also turn the motion on and off once it's activated there. And there you go. There goes our little fog machine doing its thing. Next, we've got 2 fires returning for you, starting out with the classic Skull Fire Pit. But, before we actually get to those, let's go ahead and look at the crafting of everything here. So we've got the fogger, which is going to be 100 metal, 30 low grade, and a pipe to get that one going. And then, of course, we've got the light, 102 quality, high quality metal. Not too bad right there. Then we can look up the Skull Fire Pit already, 100 wood and a human skull, so that's important to notice. You do need a human skull for it. And then we also have the cauldron, which is just going to be your standard 100 wood. So with this one, you can actually hear it makes sound effects. Ah, so that's definitely a cool little effect there. And then with the spooky cauldron, it bubbles and it has kind of like the green smoke effect, which you can see so much better at night, which we will show you here shortly. And you can pick up the fire pit for $5.99 and the cauldron for $5.99 as well. Next, we've got a couple community skins for you. This first one here is going to be the Skinless Monster Sleeping Bag. This one will run you $1.99, and yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's safe to crawl in there, honestly. Look at that. I wouldn't trust it. Looks like it's trying to eat my foot right now. Next up, we've got a box for you. This one is the Ghost Pumpkin Small Box. It will also run you $1.99, and as you can see, we've got little vines and so forth coming out of the old wood, and a lightly colored in pumpkin face, or jack-o'-lantern face, I should say, which does actually glow. Next, we've got a box over here for you of the large variety, and this one is the Skull Sarcophagus box. This one will run you $2.49, so a little bit more than usual, and you can see we've got all sorts of glowing skulls all around the sides here. Definitely has a great glow. We'll be sure to show that here. Next, we've got a door for you. This is the Ghostly Flame Door. It's going to run you $2.99, most likely because of the glow. And it matches a furnace from a couple of Halloweens ago. So it is always nice to see something in addition or, well, you know, continuing a set, I guess, through a holiday. Then next, we've got ourselves the Neon Pumpkin Metal Double Door. This one will run you $2.99 and is also made by the same person who made the garage door previously. So again, another continuation here, which is quite cool. Looks like Hulk decided to continue the trend, and that is something a lot of people like, because hey, sets are cool, right? So, before we jump into that, we've got 2 new items. Our first item is a carvable jack-o'-lantern, and yeah, it's kind of a really cool thing. These guys are going to run you $6.99, and if we go into our crafting, we'll just do carve. Okay, carve, and you'll see it just requires a pumpkin. So there you go. Once you've converted the pumpkin into a carvable pumpkin, you can then interact with it. So you see we have a blank one right here, so we're going to just go ahead and hold E, and you can light it, paint it, open it, or lock it. So it works just like a sign, and you've got all your little options over here, and then keep in mind, you only have a certain workable area. You'll see it's just the front. So you'll see here I'm actually going to just carve out the whole thing right now. That is your workable space. So what is missing is where you can go ahead and work on the pumpkin. We're going to go ahead and clear that. And as you'll see, you have all the way from this, which just lets you kind of do like patterns. It doesn't actually cut through the pumpkin completely, you know, too deep. Oh, actually, wait, no, never mind. It does cut through deep. So that's just the small one. My bad. And then we've got all the way up to large, which is about that size. So large versus small. You can see the difference there. And then we've got different shapes. So you've got your let's put on the biggest one so it's easier to see. You've got your circle. You got your square. You've got kind of like a blotch kind of thing. And then we've got, this is where you can draw on the outside without cutting through. See, I knew it was there, I just couldn't remember. So this is kind of if you want to do the indentation, you know, just like a lot of people do for pumpkins. And then you've got your various different like patterns and so forth. So you can see kind of like the, I guess it's like a texture change more or less. I don't know. Let's see if we do this. Can we? Yeah, see, it's more like a fuzz layer now. So these are like the different thicknesses that you can cut into it, which I thought was pretty cool. So once you're done with that, let's go ahead and just give him a actual face here. So, let's also change ourselves back to how deep. So let's do a big old face like that. And then we'll do a big old thing like that. I don't know. I'm not good at making pumpkins, guys. We'll give him a tiny nose. Look, he's so happy. And there's our goofy pumpkin. I made even a goofier one over here. There's something about the tiny face one that looks like a bowling ball. One way or another, you can then go ahead and put some wood or fuel or whatever in there and light up your fun. So let's go ahead and kill the lights here. Lights. Ah, there they go. And boom. Hey, look at that. There we go. We got some goofy jack-o'-lanterns. And they do produce a little bit of light out in front of them, just like one would. Definitely love that. Very cool. So let's go ahead and check everything else out. There's that neon door. Then we've got the box here. Very, very light, but very over total all, like, glow here. Like, it glows everywhere, but very nicely done with, like, kind of the light hues and so forth. And kind of accentuating the details, the rip, the skulls, the so forth. Definitely very cool. Then over here, we've got the little jack-o'-lantern face on this one. And then, if we head on over here, we can light that cursed cauldron. There's the effect from that. Our fire pit. And then again, warning guys, strobe light, if you're sensitive to that kind of thing, you might want to go ahead and turn away for a sec. So we're going to go ahead and turn on. There's 10, 20, and 40. And there we go. Then we've got our candles over here. There are those glowing eyes on the skulls. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? It's just kind of faint. Very creepy from far away. And then, like I said, the candles turn on at night with this one. And when we turn back to day here, boom, turns off again. Very cool. So that pretty much does it for the deployables. We got lots of cool stuff there, but we're not done yet. We do have a couple more items, including a brand new rock skin for you guys. So our other new item is the skull. It's essentially a rock. And yeah, you can beat people with it. You can harvest with it. And yeah, it's your very own literal skull rock. This one will run you $3.99. And if you want to go ahead and, like, you know, check it out, you can go to a bench here. And, whoops, we're going to need to switch something for it. There we go. And you'll see it is indeed a rock. So just wanted to go ahead and show that off there to everyone. So you can see it is a rock skin. Very cool. So as long as you have a rock, you can make the skull. And it does actually show up in here. So if you're searching and it's not there, that's because, again, it is a rock skin. So if you want to make it, you go to rock, click on it, and you're going to go through your rock skins and see there it is at the end. And now I can make it for the 10 stones that it would cost to make a rock. So there you go. Or if you have a rock, you can just change it in there. And then once you've changed it to it, this will be your default rock skin as well. So that's how you do that. But we also have an AK for you this week. And this one just has a beautifully carved kind of like Halloween design in the side of it. This is the Ghost Halloween AR. It'll run you $199. And there you have it. Aiming down the sights here, you've got kind of like that little curl, very famous, known for Nightmare Before Christmas. And where there's no stock, there's actually kind of like a screaming ghost face. So look right here when it turns back, kind of. Come on, come on. There it is. See? That's kind of cool as well. So that is going to do it, guys. But before we head out, there is one more special item. And it's one we're going to have to go into our inventory for and actually strip off everything. And it is the mummy wraps. So the way the mummy wraps work is you're going to go here to your underwear. So it's this little button next to your character. And, you know, default underwear, if you don't own anything, would be that. And you're going to scroll over to the mummy wraps. And then, boom, there you go. You're now wearing them. Okay, so this is how you do it. Click here, again, mummy wraps. Because it's not a skin for your clothes. It is a skin for your underwear. And you'll actually notice we can, let's see, put the gun away. And if we come on out, there you go. There's the mummy wraps. So if you ever seen people wearing this, wondering where it came from, it was a Halloween thing, and it is a underwear. So the person is in fact naked, so to say, with this. So that wraps it up with our final item. These guys will run you $5.99. And yeah, y'all have a happy and safe Halloween if you are heading out. And enjoy yourselves in Rust. And go hunt yourself some Frankensteins and make some pets. Thanks for watching, and y'all stay spooky.